All right. So this video is about people who think certain races can't talk about other races' topics. I guess it's very confusing because I live in the United States of America where I can talk about anything I want on this platform and others. So what I'm not going to do is be told what I can and can't do. It's not going to happen. So I will continue to talk about Krishan. I will continue. If it's in the internet, anybody can respond. Yep, I don't stop people's free speech. You can respond. You can say your dislike, your like. I don't want people stopping my free speech, and I don't stop other people's free speech. But what I'm not going to do is be told what I can talk about and what I can't. My entire channel got started because I ran across. So I started this whole channel because of her. And let me just use some examples about people what other people can't talk about because you're not this or that. Okay. Do you know how many gynecologists there are in the world who are men? They've never had a period, never gonna have a baby, don't even have parts, but they're up there in the hospital delivering babies and telling women what they should do and shouldn't do with their bodies, right? Uh, Original Real One says, I love your page and I love your opinion. Keep speaking. Thank you, baby. Let me mod you up. Add as a moderator. There you go, Shug. I appreciate you. I like anybody who likes free speech. And that includes speech we don't like, right? Free speech is not just for speech you like. Our country is very unique in the sense that we have free speech. Name any other country in the world where you literally can speak your mind. I don't know of any. Every other country has some type of oppression. About that, I'm sure there's some places like Hungary and, little countries that I don't know anything about that might have free speech, but I don't know. I just know America literally has a constitution protecting free speech. And by cracky, I'm going to use it. I don't give a damn who you are or whatever, what color you are. I don't care about none of that. What's up, Appalachian girl? How you doing today? I'm on here talking about people telling other people what they can and can't talk about. Okay, Original says free speech is just that, the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you don't like what they have to say, you don't have to watch or hear it. Facts. Facts. And, you know, what's her face? Voodoo Doll, she was free to block me, and she did. She blocks me every time I go over there, which I've only been over there a few times. I mean, I've listened and not speak, but if I speak and I disagree with what she's saying, oh, the block is coming. The block is coming. I don't do that. The only reason or way I will block somebody on this channel is if they were like wishing death upon me and going all extremely crazy. But if you don't like what I got to say, you're free to say it. I'm not going to block because I'm cool. Our vets fought for our freedom of rights, our Constitution. God bless them. That's right. People died for this right. Now, let me ask y'all this. How is people saying, if you look white, now I'm Native American, white, and black. I got it all mixed in me. How are you looking at somebody and telling them what they can't talk about based on what you think they are? What's her face? Voodoo, she called everybody who's mixed a mutt. Okay? Now, that is not right to call human beings mutts because they have say a black grandma and a Native American grandpa, or a mixed mom and a white dad, or, whatever. That is not right, because nobody gets to choose what they are. And it shouldn't be held against them at all, period, because we're all human beings made by one God. Our God made us all. He knew us before we were formed in our mother's womb. So that means he didn't make a mistake. He wanted you here. He wanted me here. He wanted us here the way we are. If God wanted everybody to be one race, he would have made everybody one race. But he didn't. He mixed us all up and made us a bag of assortments. And I love it. I love it. I don't think everybody, how boring would that be if everybody was one race? Can you imagine? I mean, some people might like that. I wouldn't. And listen, I know some elders in my history back when I was a kid that felt that way. It's a lot of Native Americans who feel really salty about what happened and that the country got took over and da-da-da-da-da. My grandpa's last name was Five Coats. Let me say that again. Five Coats. Fivecoats. He was a Native American. And I knew his mom probably up until I was 10. And they had some serious beliefs about stuff. That's their opinion. That's their beliefs. When the generations come, you have different thoughts come about. And that's just the way it is. And I don't knock anybody for their beliefs. Your grandfather wooden leg and father fought. I know that's right. Who else do I know? I used to know a bunch of Native American names in our family tree that my elders used to talk about. I can't remember it all. It's been so long. But Papa Five Coats, he was cool as hell. He married and had kids with a black woman. So, I mean, he didn't feel as his ancestors felt about keeping everything one way. Nigerian and Native American, that's what I'm talking about. And I know people from Cameroon, Kenya, Liberia, and they love being here. They love being in America because they hate the way their country is ran. There's a lot of corruption in Africa. But I'm going to tell you this, the people that come here from Africa that I know do not relate to black Americans. They accept that maybe they're mixed. And this is what Africans say. I didn't say it. In 5 generations, grandmother, grandfather, Cherokees. That's what I'm talking about. I know I've got Saponi, Lumbee. So the black woman that he married, she also had Native American in her. She's Lumbee. And my sister, she married a Lumbee, but he looks like a black man. Everybody thinks he's black, but he's a Lumbee Indian. So everybody needs to stop with, you need to not talk about black people business. That is the most ignorant thing. And if any of you guys were over there in Voodoo Dolls Live, that happened last night, the little video that I took, telling me that white people that she calls clear have no business talking about black people issues. And I even have people in my comments that say they like me, but that I'm wrong for You ain't never said I was wrong. I've been on this channel for quite a while talking about Krishan. And, I have the randoms that come in and tell me to stay in my lane. But people that know me and supposedly like me are now siding with Voodoo. Listen, I'll talk about whatever the hell I want to talk about. And y'all know my family tree. And I don't have to be validated by a family tree. I don't have to have not one single solitary anything in my tree to have this here freedom of speech. It was gave to me the minute I was born. Okay, let's see what she's saying. Original says, I am Puerto Rican. Puerto Ricans are a mixture of Spaniard, Native American, and African. Yes, ma'am. I did my DNA. I have everything in my DNA, LOL. We are all human at the end of the day. Thank you. Thank you. Girl, I've seen my DNA. I hadn't done a whole lineage thing, but I'm all mixed up. You should see what our family reunion looks like. And we welcome everybody. We welcome everybody. We don't care who you married. We welcome everybody. Everybody's at the cookout. And guess what? Everybody gets along. It ain't no group of Indians over here. And I say that loosely. We laugh about that when we say Indians because we call ourselves Native Americans. But, we laugh. You don't have a group of Native Americans over here at this table, and you don't have the black people over here at this table and the white people. No. We have a great time. So like I said in my thing, that hurt my feelings how she responded to you. It was very ignorant. And thank you. Thank you for caring. It was very ignorant. And I feel sorry for people who don't have an open mind, who don't know what it's like to get along with other cultures and laugh with other cultures and mix it all up and be able to laugh. Like, we are one race, the human race. Appalachian Girl says, you have the right to talk about anything you want to talk about, just as anyone else, no matter what color. And Original says, everyone eat at the same table over here. Facts. Girl, we all mixing it up. We all laughing and we all busting jokes on each other. We ain't sensitive. We ain't sensitive over here. We can laugh about stereotypes and, you know what I'm saying? Stop it. And to the people who do this whole, you gotta be black to talk about black issues. I never heard of that before. This is the first time in my 55 years of living that I've ever heard that black people are claiming topics that's just for them to talk about. Really? Well, then explain to me how on Housewives of Atlanta it's black people and white people. Explain to me how even on those shows, just as an example, they mixing it up. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how that's the case. Okay, explain to me how baddies. Let's take baddies for example. Appalachian Girl said I wasn't there, but it sounds uneducated. No, girl, I don't get it. If you feel like white people, Native American people, whatever people can't talk about black issues, you done lost the plot. You don't even know that you live in America. You done went to the Marxist communist side of everything. You done lost. Because I'm sure Voodoo doesn't want anybody telling her what she can't talk about. I'm quite sure she don't view that she shouldn't be talking about some topic. Oh, let's go back to baddies. So Voodoo was like, Anna Mac is white, and this lady's white, and that lady's white. But you still sitting there talking about her? Tell me Voodoo don't talk about everybody on baddies. Even the white ones that she thinks is white. I'm sure those people she's calling white are mixed or biracial. Some people get offended by mixed. I don't get offended by mixed. Biracial is the correct term. But come the F on. What you mean? Okay. Does Voodoo Doll know that Natalie Nunn has a white mother? Look, I even saw somebody over in Blonay's chat. Her name is Black Orchid. Do y'all know who Black Orchid is? Black Orchid said that if you ain't from a black mom, you ain't black. Child. What? So if you got a black daddy and a whatever race's mom, you ain't black? So I lit her up in the chat, and she got pissed. She goes, "That's why I don't like to comment. Somebody always got something to say." And it was other people, thank God, who in the chat did not agree with her. If your mama ain't black, you ain't black. My grandma's black. I mean, what are we talking about? And my mama is half black. Like, bro, like I said, grandma is black, but she also has Indian, Native American in her. Like, stop slicing the apple or whatever you want to call it. Stop it. So we've got Natalie Nunn on Baddies, where everybody's talking about her. Her mama's white. Does everybody consider her black just because she's running Baddies? Because she's not. She's biracial. What about Tiny, who's married to T.I.? Her mama's white. Is she black? She was in a black group, but she's biracial. Like, please, I could go on and on and on. Do y'all watch The View? Do y'all know a lady named Sunny Hostin? Sunny Hostin did a whole lineage thing on her family. And guess what? Her family owned slaves, bruh. Sunny Hostin, who is the biggest racist on The View, did a lineage investigation on herself. And that guy sat there and told her that her family owned slaves. Child, shut your damn mouth. My family ain't never owned no slaves. No, sir. No. Do you know who owns slaves? And it works just like then as it works now. People with money. The people with money. And that means there was black slave owners and white. Do your history investigation. Just like everything has to do with money now, it had to do with money back then. Let me read what we're saying. So Appalachian Girl says she wasn't there. And then she says, amen. Tracy, Tina Michelle, 70. What's up, boo? Nice to see you. For anyone to decide anyone's race is racist, child. I'm like, who are you, Black Orchid, telling people what they is and is not? Honey. Original says 100%. Like, stop being a Marxist communist. Let freedom ring, for goodness sake. Obviously, there's some deep-seated hate. You're calling white people clear because you think you're funny. I don't think it's funny. How is clear funny? I mean, the minute a little nickname would be made up, let's say a white woman is sitting up here and makes up some little name about black people, that's going to piss a bunch of black people off, and it should. And it should. Because nobody needs to be called names. And then somebody in my comments who supposedly likes me and been knowing me from the beginning, talking about I watered down racism. How? By saying everybody is mixed? Because everybody is. If you live in America, you mixed. You mixed. We all came from somewhere else. Our ancestors came from somewhere else and came here. We are mixed. That's why we don't look like other people in the world, because we're mixed. Right? I mean, that's why we look like us and they look like them. Africans look like them. Even people in the United Kingdom, they look different because they have their racial makeup. We have ours. We are mixed. So, I mean, let me tell you something. Do you want to know this places like China, Korea, they don't like mixing. They don't do that mixing stuff because they want their race to stay what it is. They want pure Koreans and pure Chinese. They don't want nothing mixed. Do you want people in America to think like that? That's not how we should be thinking. Because we're America. We ain't built like that. We ain't built to. There is no American race. What is the American race? Please tell me so I can get educated. Tina Michelle 70 says, I'm mixed Irish, Romanian, and Welsh. See what I mean? We all mixed. We came here. Our lineage, when I say we came here, 250 damn years ago, we all came from other places. And then when people came here, people here mixed with each other. Like, stop. We don't want to be like China. We don't want to be like North Korea, where they just want it to be 100% one race. That's not how we roll here. Appalachian Girl says, I was chat and somebody called me Redbone and I asked what that meant and no one would answer. I've heard Redbone too. I don't know what that means exactly. But I mean, I don't know. You've heard Yellowbone, Redbone. Where I work, I'm a minority, right? And it's a lot of mixed people in there that get racism against. So the person who came in my chat earlier was talking about, you don't know what you're talking about. I experience racism every day. So do I, friend. So do I. So do I and several, probably 10 other people that I know that are biracial. We get it every day. So stop acting like one race experiences racism. You can experience racism no matter what you are from anybody else who don't like other races. It's not just one race that experiences anything. You don't have to be black to talk about black topics. You don't have to be white to talk about white topics. That's ridiculous. I'm not interested in white topics. Never have been. Speaking on the Housewives, y'all remember Housewives of New Jersey back a long time ago? And it used to be a Teresa Giudice. Well, that was the first Krishan I ever seen. Now, I wasn't on YouTube back then. This is way back. That Teresa Giudice, she was so crazy and insane. She made me want to get in my car and drive to New Jersey and beat her ass. That's how much I hate Teresa Giudice. Because she's so mean and doing shit to people and want to fight people, acting all crazy. So, I mean, she's Italian, by the way, which I guess people would call that white, but it's not. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter who you are. It's your actions. If your actions are crazy, you're going to get my attention. And I'm going to speak on it. And I wasn't in Voodoo's chat trying to tell her what to do. I just said my comment. She's over there calling people clear and saying white people don't have any reason to be talking about or any right to be talking about this, that. And I said, everybody's mixed. And she took great offense to that. Okay. Why? Go check your lineage if you think I'm lying. It's not about to come up with a whole pie chart. One thing, yes, you are 100% blah, 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 whatever she wants to be. And I've never done a 23andMe, but is there even a thing on the pie chart that says American? Is that American is not a race? I'm confused. Let me know, anybody who listens to this video. Have y'all ever done a 23andMe? And is there a part of the pie chart that says American? I want to know. I mean, I'm sure there's Native American, right? I mean, Native American means you came from here. This this where you started. This where my people started here. You know what I mean? But I thought it was very ignorant. And then when I told her that was ignorant, she said my comment was ignorant. That's her opinion. And she's a nasty little person. She called me a demon. Your name is Voodoo Doll, and you got a whole witch doctor dancing on the opening of your channel and the closing. And I'm a demon? Girl, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. I don't believe in no witch doctor. I would never have no witch doctor dance. I mean, it's funny to look at, but I don't believe in no voodoo. Mm-mm. I don't believe in no witch doctors. No. But no, there's not a race of people who can't talk about another person. And I'm not going to stop talking about Chrisean. I am not. And it's my opinion. I think Chrisean is biracial. I do not think Chrisean's Eugene dad is her dad. I think the Malone guy is her dad. She looks just like that Malone guy. She's biracial. Anybody who is light skinned, definitely, we don't even need a DNA test. You're definitely mixed with something. Definitely. And I don't care if you're dark, if you're dark skinned and you're an American and you didn't come from Nigeria or somewhere in Africa, you're mixed. You just are. She didn't like it. She called everybody. She said, everybody in here is mixed. You a mutt. Well, that should have offended a lot of people right there. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people in her chat that know that they have mixed lineage. And that should have offended them. Just like she tried to offend me. But girl, I'm over. You can't offend me. I got tough skin. You're going to have to come pretty hard to offend me. You're going to have to talk about my children or something to offend me. I done been through too much to get offended. And to get off topic real quick, did y'all hear Moo talking about her house is worth almost $1 million? Girl, shut your mouth. Her house probably is a HOA governed home. It's built on a slab. And this is just about her. I'm not putting down nothing. I'm just talking about her because she want to brag about her shit all the time. Her property probably don't even sit on 0.23 acres of land. She probably live on a little square. Not there's anything wrong with it because I've done the same thing. She trying to go toe to toe, land to land on me, talking about my shit. Baby, I have land. Do y'all see all this? I have land. And she always talking about I live in a trailer. Does that look like a mobile home? That is not a mobile home. I believe there were people here when Columbus claimed to come. Those are the first American native. Yes, there's a whole history thing about how the Spaniards had to fight the natives for the land and made all these deals with the natives, right? Right? I mean, Native Americans are native. They didn't get brought in or shipped in or whatever. They're native. So, I mean, listen, all countries get taken over at some point or another. It all switches hands through the years. It just does. If a land gets invaded, and if it's not strong enough to fight off the invaders, it gets took over. Right? That's just how it happens. It still happens. It's not like land is not still being took over. Look at Russia trying to take Ukraine. It's never going to stop because man wants to fight for everything. Man wants more power, more land, more this, more that. So, I mean, like, shit don't make no sense. And, all Moo wants to do is like put other people down. You ain't putting me down. You don't hurt my feelings at all. Because she was like, we are not the same. No, we're not. Look at that land up there. My land goes way back. I got land. I don't got no neighbors. You see that? No neighbors on any side. I got a neighbor across the damn street. No. But I haven't always had this. God blessed me with this, a few years back. I've lived in the hood. I've lived in a slab house, on about a quarter acre of land. I've lived it all, and I don't put nobody down for it. But I will defend myself when somebody comes for me about my shit. But that's all she can do. But I don't want to spend too much time on her stank ass. I don't put nobody down. I think if you've been blessed with a roof over your head, be grateful for it. Be grateful for it. If you live in a camper, just keep it clean and be grateful for it. Take care of it, right? Shit, I would like to live in a camper one day. Fuck all these bills. Fuck all this property tax. I pay a hefty amount of property tax on my house and land. Thank God I'm blessed with, that I can pay it. But one day I might want to be in a camper. Appalachian Girl says, made deals with people who couldn't read nor speak through language. That's right. That's what the Native Americans did. Some fought and some made deals. Some got double crossed. But there was no way for the Native Americans to stop the invasion because the numbers of Native Americans just wasn't up. The Native Americans didn't have armies. A whole group of people found this land and they brought more people and came on ships and did this and that. So, I mean, it happens. And look where we are now. You're here. I'm here. Just so everybody knows, nothing happens that God don't allow it. God allows it. And everything is meant to be. I dumped some soil. I dumped a plant out, and that's the soil from it. That's what I just put my foot towards. Hold on to this tree. This is some soil, some potting soil. I used to have this whole hill right here. See, like right here, that flattens off. It's flat. Like one day I'm gonna walk up here and let y'all see. Like this is a hill, and then boom, it flattens out. But this whole hill is supposed to be full of grasses and wild ferns. I love the way the ferns just pop up out here. And they make it through the winter. It's not the type of ferns you buy at Lowe's. These ferns stay green through the whole winter. So, I love being out here. It's a really beautiful day. I love being out in the yard and doing stuff. See the edge right there, and it flattens. And you can walk way, way back in the woods. And when I walk around on my land like this, so I don't get lost, I put markers out so that I don't get lost. I should take a compass with me, but I don't. Look, one of my property flags is down. See, that's one of my markers up there on that tree. It's one of my markers so that I know where I'm at and what I'm doing. But yeah, it's a lot of land. It makes a big rectangle. Appalachia says Trail of Tears. Yep. That's right. But I mean, I just think it's highly racist to act like people can't have the free speech that we've been given to speak on what we want to speak about. It's just ridiculous. And I ain't down with it. And I don't care if anybody comes in my comments telling me, you need to stay in your lane. You need to worry about your white people stuff. Your white people, what white people stuff? I'm going to talk about what I'm interested in. Give a fuck about what nobody's doing unless they're acting crazy. That's what I care about. And I don't give a damn what race they are. If you're acting crazy, oh, I want to talk about it. Because you're acting crazy. But I don't know. I thought that was ridiculous. And look, she's got all those people in her chat. Is she going to notice mine? She talking about that picture's airbrushed. My picture is from Snapchat. It's not an airbrush picture. I wish I looked that good. I wish that was airbrushed of me. That's a Snapchat picture. Come on. That Snapchat picture filter turned everybody's face white. Did y'all hear her say, come back with a black face? Child, so racist. So racist. Shit, my granny will come on here and tear your ass up. Don't make me put my granny on YouTube. Because my granny will tear your ass up, voodoo. And what you gonna cuss a black woman out? Voodoo? Dumbass. But like I said, I feel sorry for people like that. Very closed-minded. Very low vibrational, low IQ. I need to clear some of this out, but I really don't want to. I am going to have to cut some of these trees down. Like this one's kind of leaning right there to the right. That one needs to be cut down. This one needs to have some of the top cut out of it so that don't like fall this way. But anyway, y'all want to see the little bridge? So I have like several properties on this property. I have 10 acres of land, right? So over there's my house, right? But right now I'm over here on this property that my daughter stays in. One of my kids stays in this house right here. This property right here that I'm walking on. And then I go over here to the little bridge, which I need to blow the leaves off of. I need to blow the leaves. Come over here because there's a little creaky creek. And I walk across the little bridge. See my little bridge? That's my bridge. Now, I've cleared out a lot of that right there. That used to be full of woods, right? When I first moved here, full of woods. So I've cleared a lot of that out. Here's the reason we had to build a little bridge, because I'm not getting in my car and driving over here. I'm about to walk across the bridge. Yes. Let me pull this stick out of the creek right here, limb rather. Let me get this here limb. And these limbs, they fall from up here. These trees need to be trimmed out. Dude, that's the closest person to me across the street over there. Let me get this limb. Limb. So we're going to take this limb over here to the limb pile. More woods over here on this side. I mean, we don't got no neighbors. Thank the Lord. I was thinking about putting this house up for sale. But as long as my kids want to live next door, they can. For free. I do not charge my kids to stay here. Nope. Your land is beautiful. I was looking for Whistle. Oh, Whistle Wolf. He inside. Probably up to no good. Let me throw this here on the pile. Ugh. Whistle wolf. See them ferns? They're growing right there in the wood pile. Yeah, they probably want to be outside. But I was trying to blow some leaves and get some stuff cleaned up. I tell you what. So I plant all these hosta and stuff around the house. And these doggone deer. These deer eat up everything. So I got my little, I got 2 types of hosta here and here. The deer ate that up. And it's some more hosta. It's gone now. But it was planted through here. And the deer ate that up. And I even had some lights. A string of lights out here for outdoor. And the deer bit into that. Messed the lights up. I'm glad I didn't pay too much for them. Like $25 or so. Messed that up. And then out there where the dogs, in the dog's pen, there's some lights around that. And those little heifers chewed part of that up, but half the string still works. And the moles, honey, the moles is gone crazy over here. Absolutely bonkers. But I actually would like to sell this land and get some even further out. Even further out away from people. Like, I'm pretty far out now, but I would like to be even further out. Like, my houses are fairly close to the road frontage. I want to be way back. I want to be way back off the road. Let me get these sticks. All these limbs constantly falling. I got a pretty good pole saw. It does really good. But, well, y'all, I'm about to get in the shower. See, I need to clean that right there. See that right there gets built up? I need to clean that. Ooh, and this needs cleaning too. All right, my daughter is calling me. So I'm going to go inside and see what her wants. And I appreciate y'all so much for joining me and letting me talk about my opinions and say my piece. I love y'all for that. Thank y'all so much. And y'all have a beautiful day. I hope it's nice and beautiful where you're at. And I'm going to take myself, go make some money. Love you guys so much. Bye now.